Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Haziq Salikin bin Azizi, and my metric number is AN190129, and I am from Faculty of Engineering Technology. So today I'm going to present my presentation for my final year project 1, and the title for my final year project is Design of Belt Conveyor System for Bamboo Fiber Production Line. So first of all, Chapter 1, Introduction. Background of study. A conveyor system is a type of mechanical handling equipment that is commonly used to carry things from one point to another. Conveyor systems are commonly used in all variety of industries, including mining, automotive, agriculture, computer, electrical, fast food processing, and even more. Many different types of conveying systems are available nowadays and are utilized to meet the varying needs of various industries. So next is problem statement. So there is four main problem statements for this project. First is an integrated system were needed in the production line in order to move and transfer the material from one workstation to another workstation. Second, more workers need to be recruited into the operation, which will cause to additional problems when using human manpower. The third, more workers mean the workplace will become much more crowded and workplace will lose its efficiency. And lastly, recruiting more workers will increase the cost of the operation. Next is the objective of this project. The objective of this project is first one is to create three design of conveyor belt for the conveying system. The second objective is to design a conveyor belt system for bamboo fiber production line. And the third one is to design structure for the conveyor belt itself. Next is the scope of the study. So this project will cover two scopes, which is the first one is system of transportation to transport the bamboo from one workstation to another station. The second is design the system of conveyor belt by using SolidWorks software. So next is expected result. So at the end of this project, there is two results that we expected. The first one is manage to complete three different design of the conveyor belt, including with its own structure. The second expected result is we managed to obtain detailed data and information of the design by analyze the design with SolidWorks simulation. So last but not least, for the introduction, chapter 1, significance of the study. To create, the main significance of the study was to create new design of conveyor belt system that was specific for the bamboo fiber production line. Right. So first, the detailed information of the bamboo and the machine used in the operation line was studied, and then followed by generate ideas for the design of the conveyor belt. The ideas generated by using information of the bamboo and the machine used in the production line, and also by analysis from the existing conveyor belt design that were used actively in current industry. Lastly, from the all generated ideas, one stable idea is chosen and final sketch is drawn by using format engineering drawing, which then the product designing will be conducted by using CAD/CAM software. The next chapter is going to be the chapter 2, which is the literature review. So for introduction for this chapter, in literature review, the project will review different type of conveyor system that exist nowadays. This type of conveyor system were including belt conveyor system, gravity conveyor system, and slide conveyor system. So first type of conveyor system is belt conveyor. Belt conveyor currently one of the most used conveyor system in most of the production line around the world. The belt was consists of one or more layers of material, and they can be made out of rubber or also other type of suitable material. The belt conveyor system can be found in two types, which is flat and trough. The advantage that belt conveyor had, such as simplicity of construction, high efficiency, and low power requirements, and also economic in upkeep. So the conveyor system have many different kind of design, but main component of the belt conveyor system will cover these five types, which is the first one is drive unit such as electric motor and multi-stage gearbox. The next is pulleys, which is consists of drive pulleys and other type of pulleys. The third one is belts, which is either textile or with steel cords with their joints. The fourth component is going to be idlers, and the last component is others. Usually it was a belt cleaning system or control system and etc. So for belt conveyor system installation has 13 different steps. The first step is going to be storage, and then handling, followed by installation, stringing the belt, tensioning, training the belt, and then sequence of training operations, and then cleaning, followed by loading, chute curve, pulley legging, transition distance, and lastly is turnover. The second type of conveyor system was gravity conveyor. Gravity conveyor systems are non-power conveyors that work by relying on the force of gravity. The conveyor must be inclined to use the gravity force to carry the material down the conveyor line along a set of regularly spaced metal rollers or wheels. Otherwise, companies might rely on manual labor to manually push the goods along the conveyor. The gravity conveyor ideally to transfer unit load which had firm, flat bottom surface, and they also can be used as portable or permanent. So there is three different types of gravity conveyor, which is the first one is gravity roller conveyor, which is use roller as its main transferring mechanism. The second is gravity wheel conveyor, which is for this gravity conveyor, instead of roller, it using wheel as its mechanism, transferring mechanism. The third one is going to be the chute conveyor. The chute conveyor much more different than other two gravity conveyor because the structure of the chute conveyor itself that use flat steel as transfer system require gravity force to move the material. That's the reason the chute conveyor were designed in declined position. So for the gravity conveyor installation, there is many different type of gravity conveyor installation, which is that I'm presenting to you is two different conveyor system from different company. So the first one is Wicon system gravity conveyor. So to install this gravity conveyor from this company, first of all is to position and align the conveyor, and then to install the support assembly, and then followed by conveyor frame system, and then lastly gravity conveyor installation. So for the second company is Omni Metal Corps conveyor. So the first one is general installation, and then followed by leg support and installation, and followed by knee braces, casters, and ceiling hangers, and lastly is multi-tier support. So the last conveyor system is slide conveyor. So the slide conveyor is a conveyor that contains of one or more continuous chain to which horizontal slides are linked to produce a moving instrument for conveying goods. They are made up of slides that are attached to a continuous chain drive shaft assembly that includes a sprocket and a transmission shaft that is powered by a motor to drive the conveyor by providing the necessary power to the chain. So this is a picture of strut conveyor, which you can visibly see the component in the conveyor system. So next is the strut conveyor installation, which is contain 6 steps. The first one is by installing guides profile, followed by installing the function unit, and then followed by installing the sliding strip, and then check the assembly line, drawing conveyor chain into the line, and lastly is line crossover. So the next chapter is chapter 3, which is methodology. So a big introduction for this chapter. In this chapter, the process and method for the whole project of designing conveyor system for bamboo fiber production line is explained. The methodology chapter describes research method, approach, and designs in detail, highlighting those used throughout the study and justifying my choices by describing the advantage and disadvantage of each approach and design while considering their practical applicability to our research. So first step is we started with project research. The first step after the title project had been determined was the research of the project. This is the first main important step, where in this step every information that were related to this project were collected. These steps helps to give the idea about the whole project, the steps that will be facing during the project, and also the final results of the project. So the next is the step where we determine the design specification. So there is many design specification that we needed to, but this is firstly that we determine first, which is the first one is the material or the product that will be transferred by the conveyor system. The second one is the size of the material itself, and the third one is the maintenance of the design project. So the next one is determination for conveyor system parameter, which in this part we're going to decide the system parameter for our conveyor system. So first of all, we determine the speed and the torque, which is we're going to make a calculation for the speed and torque. Second one is we're going to determine the type of motor slash gear or gear motor, which is we're going to determine between AC power supply and DC power supply. And the third one is to determine the suitable gear motor, which is between the right angle gear motor and parallel gear motor. So the next one is we're going to continue with the basic design, which in this step the basic design of the project will be developed. The design of the design on this step was created by sketch based on data and the information that had been collected. This design also was created based on the design specification that has been provided. In these steps also, the overall detail dimension of the design will be decided. So the lastly is detailed design. Detailed design is the steps where completed design being created and been finalized by using modeling software, which is SolidWorks, based on the dimension and detailed information of the drawing that had been created. In these steps also, the design will go through analysis such as stress, strain, by using simulation on the same modeling software, which is SolidWorks. So SolidWorks, so the CAD/CAM software that we're going to use, which is SolidWorks, is a computer-aided design and engineering application for solid modeling, and currently its application was included several tools that may use for both 2D and 3D designs. So that's all for my presentation for the final year project 1 this semester. That's all. Thank you.